Something I never asked you, what's your take on the situation with Whoopi Goldberg?
I actually did not disagree with what she said until she clarified why she said it.
Okay.
I thought she was making the point that, we just put too much weight on racism when what we really should be just talking about is hate in general.
That's what I thought she was saying.
Yeah,
as well.
in that, forget the racism aspect of it. Even if everybody was the same race, we would find different reasons to be this way to each other. But apparently she was really saying that white people and Jews aren't different racially.
Right, yeah.
Which is fucking retarded. You know what I mean? That is like, no, dog. The whole point of the Holocaust was to create a giant Aryan race. Was to purify or to create a master race, right? And get rid of the scum in their view,
right? Yeah.
So they kind of told you it was racially motivated,
right?
And they saw Jews as a different race of people.
And then when she come out and say because she black and they see race as black and white.
Right. Yeah, but I think I was actually in favor of
what she said
initially and what I understood it to mean. But when she started to try to defend it from the perspective of she didn't understand that they were not the same race, I just thought, I mean, it shouldn't get, suspended. None of that bullshit. It should just be like, all right, you was wrong. Right? Cool, whatever. So I ain't saying any of that should happen.
Right.
But it sounded like a very sensible, something I actually would have agreed with. I think we put way too much effort or emphasis on what we pretend the reasons are for people being evil towards each other. Because if we were all the same skin color,
they would find something else.
They would find something
Whether
else.
it be shorter people,
broader
people,
nose,
wherever, they will find another reason.
Rwanda is the best example. All the same color. But because Tutsi and Hutu have different tribal affiliations and they can tell a slight difference, you can tell people by the name or the slight difference in the nose or whatever, they had a massacre, a genocide essentially. And they were all the same skin color. So what we need to sometimes move away from is we talked about it last week with the gender-based violence, and sometimes we pay a little bit too much attention to, well, it's because they're different in this way or that way, when in reality people would just do whatever they want. They'll find an excuse to perpetrate shit.
So I agree with you, because I accepted what she was saying earlier on. I agreed with what she was saying earlier on.
Yeah.
Until she started going into these people, I was like, kind of sinking herself here now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't defend her in any way. And not that I want to defend her, but the thing is, I understand where she was going on. I think she was still going along that line, if you understand what I'm saying. That I think the line she was still trying to go on was, let us not focus too much on race.
As a reason for the conflict.
Yeah. And let us watch how humans treat each other.
Yes.
I think that's still the point she wanted to make.
Yeah.
But going into saying that two of them is the same race, so it wasn't really race.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
When you draw yourself into that argument, now you draw yourself into a retarded position where you can't win.
Yeah.
And I suspect you felt the same way too. The initial understanding you got, you probably felt, hey, it's good to hear a black woman say this, because now we could have a conversation, because that could breed, that is the kind of conversation we should be having.
I was shocked because that is the view. And the view holds these extreme leftist views. Right?
Yeah.
So when I was like, wait.
She want to move away from racism? She want to stop talking about racism? That's weird.
Yeah, so I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I mean, Whoopi and them, let me be real, Whoopi and them kind of come wrong other people with all kind of weirdness before. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I have some negative feelings towards the view, because sometimes they hold some
shit. Shit.
Right? And they hold some real weird stance and things sometimes.
They're so plainly partisan, and it's so, I understand everybody have a bias and the show is called The View, so they are there to express their views, right?
My thing is,
feel their views are the views. I think they're just political parrots. They're just out there.
And my thing is, it's not even balanced. If you want to have the view, then have a certain amount of people. If you're looking at the political side of it, with the left side and the right side, and you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just a sort of left.
Well, no, there's supposed to be one girl there. There's this one woman there who's supposed to be a conservative. Before it was this former president daughter. He didn't become president. Sorry, he was a presidential candidate who died the other day. The white man. Obviously, most likely a white man. John McCain. Right. His daughter was on the show the other day. And then, I can't remember, she had a falling out with him.
Right. And they remove her and they
put another woman but she was supposed to be the conservative. Remember, he was a Republican.
Right. Yeah.
And so they replaced her with another, but it's supposed to be a Republican on the show. I don't know how, I don't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But the problem I have is that anybody who I could tell, I know what you're going to say before you say it, I can't believe those are all your views. I think a lot of those things are just being said because this is the crowd that we're trying to please. This is the role I'm trying to play. I am supposed to be, okay, they get their view from somebody else. What does left Twitter want to hear? They want to hear that this is the particular, right, well, I'm going to espouse that whether it makes sense, don't make sense. That is what I can't take about it.